Hey guys, welcome back. Total War released a video recently surrounding the Arachnarok Spider. And this got me thinking, how is it that goblins who are tiny can control and ride this gigantic spider? So I've done a wee bit of hunting around. I'm looking at the lore surrounding the spider, and that's what today's video is going to be about. So firstly, just a real quick background on the goblins themselves. So the Forest Goblins are actually just standard goblins. They moved into the forest regions in the time of woes, which is when the greenskins migrated into the eastern hemisphere of the Warhammer world. So once the goblins moved into the forest areas, they were preyed upon by the natural inhabitants of the forest, which of course is the spiders in this case. But eventually the goblins were able to push back the spiders. Over time they were able to capture spider eggs and raise the spiders that came out of those eggs as pets and mounts. Now these are not the Arachnarok spiders, these are the spiders you see with the spider riders, etc. So they're a lot smaller than the Arachnarok themselves. So the goblins had no chance of actually beating the Arachnarok spiders, so they thought cunningly that if they can't defeat them, maybe they can appease them. So what the Forest Goblins started to do was erect 8-legged totems with webbed skulls alongside the standard Gorgon Orc totems. And then eventually over time the Goblin Shamans started to get visions about the spiders, and that led them to start worshipping the spiders as gods, which eventually turned into a religion and in some cases evolved into a spider cult. So this kind of appeased the Arachnarok spiders, and there's even been cases where the spider would walk up to a goblin tribe and actually turn around and walk away once it sees the spider totems. As part of the religion, the goblins offered up gifts and offerings of warm blood to the spiders. That failed in the attempt of the goblins to control the spiders. So it wasn't until the goblin shamans discovered mystical properties by eating the purple skullback spider. How they found that out, I don't know. But what this did was one of two things: either the shaman died, or they entered a trance-like state and they would be able to actually communicate with the Arachnaroks spider. So from that point on, the shamans learned that with enough offerings of blood and with the help of the shamans, they could actually somewhat control the Arachnarok spider. So as a result of this, the Forest Goblin tribes have actually moved their settlements closer to the spider's lairs, and the spider themselves has come more accustomed to the goblins being there, and with enough offerings of warm blood and sacrifices, the Arachnarok spider actually likes the goblins being there. So eventually the spiders actually started to see the goblins as like young broodlings, so like little spiders, which is how the goblins are able to ride on its back. Now, although the goblins don't have complete control over the spiders, they are able to encourage them with the help of the shamans and again blood offerings and sacrifices into battles. And of course, as we said in the previous video, this gives the goblins a great platform on which to actually attack from. And of course the spider itself is no slouch when it comes to a fight. So yeah, I don't know, I just found that really interesting. So hopefully you guys learnt something, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.